in together, and it's only a few miles. It's just
That's the one end of it, right?
That's just the end of it.
Okay. So if I went up 21 ahead of it.
Just go up 21 and see it.
Okay.
To see it is to believe it. It's a nightmare.
And you're close to there, right?
I can't live there anymore. I had to leave my home.
I heard this story, and I won't put any names to it because it was told in kind of confidence about a person near here who has wind turbines on his property. He's leased his land to the wind turbines. And at night, when it's difficult for him to sleep, him and his wife, they escape to another house they own far away from the wind turbines. They call it their safe house.
Yeah.
And these are people who actually thought it would be okay to have the wind turbines on their property, and even they are feeling the effects.
Absolutely. I have to go to a safe house, but I don't even go to a safe house.
Yeah, well, it's nice if you can afford a safe.
Yeah,
who can do that?
Exactly.
Huh?
I'm lucky that I have a safe house I could go to, but I've totally abandoned my home.
I've only got one house. If they got me on that one, I'd be dead.
Dale,
Yeah,
you've been here first time.
Yeah.
You've seen you've emceed and you've seen this wind turbine. What's your message to Ken Lowenza?
And I've said this to him on the radio as well. He's got to wake up and read the literature about these things. He can't just believe the people within the union who have been pushing this project for the past 8 years. These things can harm health, especially if they're too close. There are how many houses here within that 550-meter setback? And a lot of people would argue even that isn't safe enough. You've got to listen to your neighbors. All he ever said to me was, okay, if the Ontario government says I'm breaking some regulation with this thing, then I'll shut it down. Well, fat chance that's going to happen. You think the Ontario government's going to tell him this thing isn't going to work? He's got to listen to people. At any other time, I find it really odd that Ken Lowenza is taking the side of government in this. Usually he's on the other side arguing, and in this particular case, he's using government facts and figures. He's using that tired government line about no direct health effects and using that as his own. He's just taking stuff from the Ontario government as if it were fact, when in fact it's not.
You mentioned to the crowd here that don't let up. This has sort of been the pinnacle so far. Well, don't let up.
You can't let up. There are so many of these issues across Ontario that I've been involved in, and that have taken rally after protest after rally, after more people writing or speaking to their leaders or their politicians, and finally the day comes when they actually listen. You got to be relentless with these things. You can't give up, especially with this one. This is the worst example of turbines too close to people that I know of anywhere in the province of Ontario. Maybe the country, certainly in Ontario.
Good.